What's going on, guys? Bot Mentality here, back with another Bitcoin chart analysis for you today. And today I want to go a little into, why it is you need to be careful or control your risk and not chase altcoins. If you watched yesterday's video, I talked a lot about the altcoins becoming more overextended over Bitcoin. If we jump back here on Bitcoin Cash, you'll see here, well, yesterday when I was video, we were having this nice huge run up, and I told you I would not be chasing this because of the fact these alternate coins have a lot more to retrace if Bitcoin rejects the 6,600. And that's exactly what we saw today, guys. So make sure you're paying attention to that parabolic action. This is not something you want to be chasing up. However, what you can do is watch the supports for when they call back for look for potential scoops. So in the previous video, and I talked about watching this Bitcoin Cash here around the 530. We did pull back to the 530. Litecoin, I was focused there on the 300. Litecoin, or not, excuse me, not the 300. On Litecoin, I was focused on the 5750. And look at that. We pulled back even further past the 5750. We pulled right back here to this previous pivot low here on the 11th of August. So we pulled back a little bit more on Litecoin because it was so overextended. We go look at Ethereum here. Ethereum was where I was like, okay, we have the 300 minimum there on the 300. We pulled back past the 300, which makes sense because of the fact that we've had so much bear pressure on Ethereum over the past couple days, weeks, you should even, so much bear pressure here that it pulled back even further. People were essentially scared and looking to get out of Ethereum. But the situation is, if you would have chased this move, guys, if you were buying up into this move right here, everyone who bought into this is underwater. They're in a bad position right now, who was chasing this, betting on that Bitcoin 6,600 break. So make sure you always control your risk, guys. Don't chase overextended moves to the upside. Let's talk about what happened on Bitcoin. So on Bitcoin, as you know, we were focused on this jump. Let me see what would look better here on the hourly. We're focused on this ascending wedge pattern here. We saw the higher lows here up into the wedging up into that 6,500 level. Yesterday we see some tops out here in the 6,550, and finally we went for that push. We did break the 6,600 level, but we did not quite get over the August 15th high. And that's one of the things we were talking about in the chat room while this was going on, is we hadn't quite broken yet. When we saw this candle here yank back, we knew this was a stuff into the 6,600, and this is where most of us took off our Bitcoin positions here into this pullback right here, as we saw that pullback under the 5,550. Now on my Twitter, I talked about you need to be careful. You need to watch out for the $6,550 reject on a shorter time frame. So jump to the 15-minute. As soon as we saw this pullback here where it pulled back under 500 and it bounced, said, guys, be careful. People are going to be looking to take out there at the 6,550. We did see that pulled back again here, slightly under. We kind of hovered over and under this 6,500 area and then saw a complete dump. I was all out of this once we saw that stuff into the 6,600. And one of the things I talked about in my previous video I've been talking about here for the past couple of days is the fact that we have essentially trapped a lot of longs in this consolidation period. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this period, let's see, I'll say this whole area right here, okay? Longs in that blue shaded area I just drew, a lot of longs are going to be trapped into this. People are buying into this looking for that 6,600 breakout. Could it still occur? Yeah, it certainly could still occur. What you need to understand is that if it doesn't, these longs that have been trapped in this period, if we jump over to the Bitcoin long and short chart, we'll jump over to this here right now. Look at the longs. Look what's happened. As we saw this run up here towards that 6,600, we saw an increase in longs. People were real excited, and now a pullback. But what that means is that all these new longs right here, okay, all those people in that blue shaded area, those people are now essentially going to be trapped. Once we get below the 6,300, all the people that bought during that time frame are trapped as far as longs, okay? So be careful. So we have seen a decrease so far. Well, however, we could still see more of a decrease if we break through those previous lows there, the 6,300 level on Bitcoin. If we look at the shorts, okay, we see the shorts have slowly been increasing. They gained their confidence back. As soon as we saw the 6,600 slow down, the shorts started regaining confidence, and now we're seeing a push here back towards the highs here, back towards the highs up here at the 36,000 as far as the Bitfinex shorts. So be careful. The indecision, the nervousness we saw in the shorts back over here in this area while we were waiting for Bitcoin to approach the 6,500 break and the 6,600 test, that's gone. Now we're seeing an increase in an uptrend of the shorts. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Let's jump back over here to the Bitcoin chart, and here's what I'll be looking at here over the next hour. Essentially, we need to be careful at seeing a break of the 6,300 because those trap longs could fuel a break lower. If Bitcoin's able to hold this level over the, let me go ahead and clear this off. It's a little bit messy. If Bitcoin's able to hold over this, 6,250 level, where you see multiple pivot lows there, if we're able to hold over this and hold that higher low compared to the low here on the 16th, yes, we could potentially come back up here and see a break of the 6,600 and finally get that momentum we're looking for, where the shorts will have to go around and turn around and head back down, and cover. However, you need to look at the odds of that. The odds of that, look at the daily trend, look at the weekly trend, look at what we just saw. We just saw a reject of the 6,600. So yes, we've seen that multiple times in the past. Keep an eye out for another break of that 65 for another attempt on the 6,600. But for me, I'm not interested until we get over 6,500 as far as the long side goes. Until that point, I'm not going to be looking for that short squeeze, or breakout potential that everyone's looking for. I'm going to be focused right now on the lower support. So we do have support here, right here on the 6,000, 6,050. A nice horizontal support there is 6,050, But here's the thing, guys. If we break below this $6,250 area, I'm probably not gonna buy that $6,050 bounce unless I'm looking for a quick scalp trade for just a couple dollars. I'm not going to buy that bounce. Instead, I'm going to be looking on the daily chart and looking to see, okay, are we going to come down and retest the 5,800? Are we going to head to the 55 and etc.? Because of the fact that we have so many wicks up into here, so many rejects, and this is such a drastically lower high from the 10,000 and then the 8,400, and now we're down here at the 6,600. That's such a drastically lower high here in the daily chart. I'd be looking for a more extended downside move. But let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see if the bulls are able to hold here and see a pop. Be careful if you bought into this low right here in the $6,350 area. Be careful of a 6,500 reject. That's the main area of resistance there in the future. And guys, again, be careful chasing altcoins. You saw the overextension yesterday. I warned about it, and now we saw a huge retracement today on those. So be careful chasing those. Let's wait and see what Bitcoin does here. Are we able to hold above the 6,250? Are we going to drop below that? Or are we going to be able to break the 6,500? And that's pretty much all I got right now, guys. That's pretty much what I'm focusing on. And yeah, all right, guys. So that's it. I'll be back with you another video later on. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Remember to continue learning to control your emotions and to trade like a machine. I'm out of here, guys. Deuces.